Now, and the best part is, like, it really seems, you know, we're not talking like huge budget for the film. We're talking modest budget, conservative budget, and that's fine. Because, you know, it's set at night. You don't got to put too much work into the zombies, so you're all good. And they didn't try and, like, get, like, a bunch of, you know, well-known actors. For the most part, it's a bunch of unknown folks that seem to kind of be having a good time. I mean, everybody seemed to be in on the fact that they weren't there making, like, Sophie's Choice 2. They were there to just kind of do this really basic popcorn movie, and that's cool. Although you do have, like, Jurgen Prochnow, who plays, like, the boat captain that takes the kids over that, you know, after they've missed the main boat. He plays Captain Kirk. That's, like, one of the many jokes in the movie. And, like, his first mate, sort of like Igor-type dude, is Clint Howard, who is Ron Howard's brother. And that was just, that's a nice touch, is what it is. And it's just really cool that after they kind of realize, oh, snap, there's zombies everywhere and people are dead, and they can't get back to the boat, they can't escape from the island, it's nighttime, which is like, you know, is the equivalent of like ringing the chow bell for zombies, and there's only a couple of them left alive, so of course, you know, people are going to be coming after them. It just so happens, though, that they happen to find a whole lot of weapons on the island, you know, which leads to one of the cooler scenes, which is, in some ways, like straight out of the game, and in other ways is just sort of like wouldn't be out of place from an action movie, because there's just one scene where they're trying to get to the actual house of the dead that they find, because it's all like crusty and, you know, apparently well lit with torches that somebody did, and as they're trying to get there, they get attacked by a whole bunch of zombies and all hell breaks loose, and I swear to God that scene went on forever, but it was just like death. There was like zombies dying everywhere, there's like bullets spraying everywhere, they had like Matrix cam and just all kinds of like weird kind of goofy stuff. That definitely worked. Now, as cool as the movie is that I've just described to you, I'm a little worried about what the real one's going to be like, because what they showed at the Indie Fest was, from what I understand, to be like the sort of director's cut of it. And, you know, U-Boat's from Germany, so it has kind of a very distinct visual approach and way of telling a story. And, you know, very European, I guess you'd say. Now, part of that translates into a lot of topless nudity. Which, I don't know, when we were at the movie set, they were talking about how they were pretty okay with getting an R rating, so I'm just kind of wondering if they're going to leave that in, because, you know what, it should. I mean, one of the problems with a lot of, like, the game movies that have come out has been, well, like in the case of the Mortal Kombats, I mean, they weren't R. They were, like, heavy PGs, PG-13s, I think. And that was just sort of a letdown, because, you know, they kind of nailed the characters in the Mortal Kombat movies, but you never really saw a fatality, because you show a fatality, you go up to R, because, you know, there's no way to PG-13 ripping out somebody's spine. And they didn't really trip too much about, you know, blood and guts and stuff in House of the Dead. They sort of, like, relished it. There's all kind of exploding heads and limbs and viscera and just all kinds of, like, weird, sick crap that, like, pops up, which is dope. And it would really kind of suck if you had this movie come out based on, you know, a video game where one of the features is you can blow away chunks of the zombies as they come at you, and have it all, you know, toned down. You know, granted, I don't know where the nudity fits in terms of how that would be true to the game, but, you know, you got to give the kids something to look at. As long as you go into the movie not really expecting, like, a Driving Miss Daisy or a Chicago or, you know, like Sophie's Choice or something, you know, one of those real special movies. And, you know, you just go into it with a bucket of popcorn and you're ready to see just a bunch of crazy stuff, then this is for you. The movie, I believe at the moment, is currently slated to come out this summer. It's got its own website, so, you know, y'all can check it out. There's a really awesome trailer that has perhaps one of the coolest slow-motion scenes I've seen in a long time. I'm going to let you guys discover that for yourself. But when you see it, you'll know. But overall, you know, as far as game movies go, House of the Dead works basically because they sort of like knew what the core stuff of the game was about. And it was about killing zombies and some like crazy science stuff. And they threw a bunch of that stuff in there. And it definitely falls into, you know, the category of campy, kind of so bad it's good kind of thing. And I think that's what they were going for. Like if everybody that was like, and I hope I got that right, because like if everybody that was working on the movie, was thinking they were kind of doing like a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon thing, then, and I don't think they were. I mean, when we talked to the people, they seemed to be sort of like, popcorn movie, kind of cool, guns, and they kind of nailed it from that respect. So if this sounds like your thing, keep an eye out for it. I thought it was kind of funny, actually.